Hello again, and welcome into the Purple Penguin Craft Room. I'm Vicky. Today's craft is going to be a cat wall hanging. How cute is that, right? Keep on smiling. All right, I'm going to show you how I put mine together so that you can put one together for yourself. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the things in the comments. Go ahead and say hi. Let me know you are watching. And at the end of the video, there will be a supply list of all the things that I'm using. Let's get started. All right, we have our cat here, and he's got this little bow thing. This is actually a holiday Halloween decoration. I think it just says decor. It just says decor. But it was Dollar Tree at Halloween time. But we're gonna go ahead. We don't need the skid part. I mean, he's not gonna be a rocker, and we don't need his little bow tie. It looks kind of cheesy. Right? We're kind of making him our own at this point. He's going to be on a background, so we don't need any of his special pieces. So I went ahead, I have a second one, and I went ahead and I already took off his little bow tie. You can cut that. I cut that with wire cutters, and then I kind of just finagled his feet, getting that off of there. So we've got that. So now we just have our little cat friend. Right. Also, we're going to be doing this on what we call a reverse canvas. So we're going to be taking the frame and basically doing our own background instead of using the actual canvas part. So this is, it is an 8x10 canvas from the Dollar Tree. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to take all of this off. And when we do, we end up with just the frame part. So just to kind of save some time, I already had one that was already pre-done. And so basically then after that point, it has all the staples and all the things in there. So you basically kind of, I mean, you could take your time, and actually this one had a lot of staples in it. You could take your time and actually pull them all out. And that's pretty easy for the most part. They come out fairly easy. I just take this is a flathead screwdriver. This is a little mini one, and you get right underneath them. Be careful. Okay, I say it's easy. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. This one is they're difficult. Okay, but anyways, I'm not going to take up all your time trying to get these off. So we're just going to leave them. And then I have a little mini hammer, and we're just going to make sure they're flat. Okay, now for what we're going to use instead of that canvas, we're going to use these are stir sticks. They're giant popsicle sticks, but they're from Home Depot. They have them under in the paint section under quart paint stir sticks is what they're labeled under. So, and they fit perfectly. You don't have to cut them, you don't have to trim them or anything. They fit perfect. You just go like so. And voila, they fit perfect. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them fit perfectly as the background. So we're going to paint those, and we're going to paint our cat. So first we'll start with the kitty. I love black cats. Black cats are great. I want to make mine brown. We're going to have a brown kitty. And we're going to use chalk paint just because I think it will adhere a little bit better because it is metal. So we want to just go ahead, give him a coat of paint. And then I also have some acrylic paint. We might kind of make him kind of multicolored browns. And we'll just kind of spotch it up and make them all sorts of colors. Already starting to look pretty good. I kind of like the fact that he's got the hint of black through him. So I did not do a second coat on him. So we're going to go ahead and now we're just going to do splotchy browns. So I've got a darker brown, and these are acrylic paints. So this is bark brown. And then I also have honey brown, which is also acrylic, and it's a lighter brown. So I've got a little bit lighter and a darker. And we're going to kind of mix them in. And we're going to use paint. These are sponges. They're actually makeup sponges. So I kind of want them to have brown, light brown ears. Plus, the light brown, and let's do some of this dark brown too. All right. Okay, so now we need to bring his eyes back in. And I kind of want my cat to have blue eyes. I want some blue. So we're going to bring the ocean blue. Bring his eyes, around his eyes. So we've got the cat is good and ready to go. Now let's set him off to the side for just a second, and we're going to paint our background pieces here. I kind of decided, and there's 10 of them here, I kind of decided since he's a brown kitty, we don't want to just stain normally I would just probably stain these and call it good. However, I wanted to do a brown cat. So we can't have a brown cat on a brown background. It just won't work. We're going to bring in gray. I got granite gray. It is just acrylic paint. And it's just really a light gray. So that's all we're going to do. And I'm kind of thinking we'll just do dry brush on this. So if some of the white or lighter color shows through, we're just going to leave it. So it's not a completely solid coat. like that. It's just not going to be totally solid. We've got all 10 of these painted. They are not like a solid coat. They're kind of messy painted, which looks great. We are going to do a wood frame though. We're going to stain the frame. So we are going to bring in our Waverly antique wax and do a stain frame. Baby wipe out. Be careful with this raw wood. Sometimes it helps to sand it down first. So we got our frame all stained. Now we're going to flip it over to the back and we're going to put in our popsicle sticks. I'm only going to do a couple at a time because I don't want my glue to dry on me too fast. So I'm going to do 2 at a time. Them all down. I have a couple extra ones. I want to go ahead and lay just across the backs. Just kind of even them out a little. Now we've got our kitty. Sit right in here like this. But he doesn't, because he's the metal, it's kind of got like a divot where it comes up. We're going to stick some Jenga blocks in him. Like so. Put 3 to kind of even him out a little bit. Help us out placing him. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. One thing I did forget, I was going to give him, oh, we could just still just give him a little, never mind. We'll mess with that later. I also have these little stickers, these little animal stickers, and I would love, I think I'll put them down here on the sides. Kind of cute little paw prints. They're not exactly cat paw prints, but they're little paw prints and they're cute. So we're going to stick them in here. I'm going to put those down there. I'm going to put one up in this corner here. However, I'm not going to be able to put one here in this corner. And there's a good reason behind that. I've got this little tag. It was this 39 cents. I believe it was one of those ones like at Christmas time. I think it was like Joann's. Like I said, 39 cents. I probably even paid less than that. It's probably like 25 cents. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint it. But we're going to put it here. And I've got Keep Smiling in a vellum. This was just in my stash, so I don't know exactly where it came from, but I saw it and I just had to pull it out, thinking it would be great for this project. Because cats are going to keep you smiling. And then we're just going to put that right over our tag. That. But we'll put some color on our tag. Let's put some color on our tag. So we'll set this guy, glue and everything, to the side. Put some color on our tag here. Since he's got those really blue eyes, I think I want to do that. We're going to do that same color blue that's in his eyes, which was our ocean blue. And then I think we're going to put a mix of a light blue with it. Okay, and while it's still wet, I'm just going to take a little bit of this light blue Sky Mist. This is really, really light blue color. Come on. While this blue is still wet, we're going to mix it up. And when we put the vellum over it, looks good. So, to put our vellum on top of this, we're going to go ahead with just some Mod Podge. Good old-fashioned Mod Podge there. I would probably go a little heavy with the Mod Podge just because this vellum is really thick. I want to get a good coat. I want it to stay on there. And we're going to put some on top to seal it down. Kind of disappears a little with that blue. There we go. Alright, so far this is what our kitty looks like. We've got our Keep On Smiling. I think will fit right there and look absolutely adorable. So that's where we're going to put it. And the reason I kind of want it like that is because I want this hole, I want to be able to get to this hole right here. I'm going to bring in some white yarn. This is just poofy, thick white yarn. And after I thought about it, I should have probably done this before I glued on. But that's okay, we'll make it work. Alright. So we're just going to tie a knot here. We all know that cats really like string sometimes, right? So we're going to let this dangle down for our kitty to mess with. Like so. Alright. And just keep on smiling. Alright, you guys, that's it for today. kitty crafting. All right, keep on coming back for some more projects at Purple Penguin Craft Room. Happy crafting.